Okay, y'all. So we're rewatching Game of Thrones all the way from season one. So let's talk about it. So Game of Thrones season one, episode one. We start out with some people that was at the wall. Okay, and they out in in the wilderness somewhere. It's icy as hell. So they getting tore up by the White Walkers out there. Okay, one man escaped. Okay, so he escaped to the north. Well, he was trying to go south, but they found him because he was a deserter or whatever. So Ned had to go and execute him. Now, Ned is the Lord of Winterfell. Okay, he got four sons, two daughters, right? So he had to take his little son and his other son, and he had some other people with him or whatever. They went to go execute the man or whatever. But Ned, like, I'll tell you everything at the end of that. But then we got the king and King's Landing. So John Aaron, the king's hand had died. Okay, John Aaron is Catherine Stark's brother-in-law, who is Ned Stark's wife. Okay, and John Aaron also raised Ned since he was a boy, when his parents had got killed at the last battle with the Mad King and the Targaryens. Okay, the Mad King killed his parents, well his brother and his father. But they don't tell you all that in this one. But I'm telling you the tea. So the king comes all the way from King's Landing to Winterfell because him and Ned is best friends. They've been in the war together. He's in love with Ned's sister who passed away, and they just best friends for real. So Ned is the only person he trusts since John Arryn had got off or whatever. So well, they said it was from poison, but come to find out later seasons it was some it was a whole more sinister plot. Okay, but I ain't gonna ruin it. I'll talk about it when I rewatch that episode, but that's gonna be a little while from now. But yeah, so they all getting ready to welcome the king and them and Winterfell and everything like that. We got Arya, who's a tomboy. She want to be, one of the boys. Okay, we got Bran, who is a good climber. He wants to be a knight, put one of the knight's guards. We got Jon Snow, who is Ned's bastard son. We'll get to that when we watch the episode again. We have Rob Stark, who is Ned and Catherine's oldest son, and then we have Sansa Stark, who is their oldest daughter, and then Rickon, who is their youngest son. So that's all their kids or whatever. So as they was coming back from executing the guy or whatever, they found a stag in the woods and a direwolf who was, off or whatever. But the direwolf still had some pups. So they had took the pups back with them, and there was one pup for each of the Stark kids, and the direwolf is the Stark's sigil or whatever. So they each of them got a pup, even Jon Snow. So they all getting ready for the king and them to come. Sansa is all googly eyed for the king's son Joffrey. Okay. Arya wondering where freaking Tyrion is. Like, she's so fascinated about Tyrion because Tyrion is in the little person committee, right? They all excited to see him. And then they come or whatever. So why, when they get there or whatever, Bran is climbing up the little thing or whatever. Why they find why they find out that Bran? Oh, first off, Robert, it came to ask Ned to be the hand of the king, right? So they like Robert and his wife talking. She like, I don't know if I want you to be the hand of the king. And then Robert throw in there that Sansa can marry Joffrey too as well. So that means that Ned would have to leave his whole family and go to the Capitol, and he don't really want to. So him and Catherine is in there talking big shit or whatever at the party or whatever, and he like, yeah, I don't really want to go, and this, that, and the third. But then she get a letter from her sister from the Vale saying that she had left the Capitol and went back to the Vale because she believed that somebody had murdered her husband or whatever. But we'll get to the real story later on when I rewatch the show again, because there's some drama with that. Okay, like I said. But yeah, so now they like, oh man, they had murdered John Earn or whatever the case may be, blah blah blah. It wasn't an accident like they said it was. Um, and then we had Benji, who is Ned's brother. He had came back from the Night's Watch. He's part of the Night's Watch, and he basically was telling John, well, John was asking him, can he go to the Night's Watch? Can he ask his father Ned, can he go? If he talks to him, he'll let him go, or whatever, because he don't like being around in Winterfell if Ned ain't gonna be around, because he don't got time for Catherine bullshit, because Catherine don't like Jon Snow, because it's a reminder that Ned cheated on her. Okay. So, what else happened? So then we goes all the way over to the east side of the world, okay? And they have Daenerys Targaryen and they have Viserys the third Targaryen. So those are the last two Targaryens who had escaped after Robert's rebellion when Robert had killed the Mad King and took over the throne and got the Targaryens off the throne. So Viserys is trying to do everything in his power to try and get um, his kingdom back. Like I'm going to be the king. I don't care. He's marrying his sister Daenerys off to the Dothraki leader of Khal Drogo. Okay, like Viserys is just nasty. Like I can't stand Viserys. Like he's in the same category as Joffrey for me and Cersei. Like all of them. But yeah, so they end up having a wedding. She gets married to Khal Drogo. They give her the eggs. She gets some dragon eggs, but they don't think that the dragon eggs work. They said they turned it to stone, but y'all wait until the next episode. We gonna see some dragons, okay? And I'm gonna spoil that one because I like that. But yeah, but they had to merge or whatever. But yeah, Viserys just think that he is just top shit over there. And he running everything. And he just pimping his sister out so he can get power. So Bran is climbing up this tower or whatever the case may be. While, because he a climber. He like the, he's a adventurous little rambunctious little boy. So he gets all the way to the top of the tower and catches the king's wife, Cersei, and her twin brother, Jaime, in the tower, getting it in. Like it's nobody's business. Like this is some regular shit that they do every day. And then, to make matters worse, they pushed the little boy out the window and had him fall all the way down to the ground. Now, I couldn't stand Jaime at that time. Like, Jaime's character arc, it does get a lot better throughout the series, but at that point in time, I couldn't stand Jaime in the beginning. Like, mm-mm. But I hope I'm not missing, like, anything too serious or whatever. Just remember, White Walkers is there. House Stark, House Baratheon, who is the king now, and then House Targaryen. These are the ones that's running the show right now in the first episode. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that was going on in this episode. So yeah, y'all go ahead and like the comment, like it, tell me what y'all thought about the first episode, and I'll see y'all on the next one.